What if every single day you woke up and the very first thing your brain did was swing at you with a fistful of hate, calling you stupid, weak, worthless, and you spent every ounce of energy swinging back? That was Ethan's life at 32, fighting his own thoughts like they were mortal enemies, until one freezing night covered in his own blood on the living room floor, he finally put his fists down and everything changed. Ethan's head was a nonstop boxing ring. From the second his eyes opened until the second they closed, thoughts attacked like they wanted him dead. 6:17 a.m. alarm. You overslept again, loser. Pouring coffee. Too much milk. You can't even make coffee right. Driving to work. That driver cut you off on purpose. He hates you. Honk. Scream. Flip him off. 9 a.m. stand-up meeting. Everyone can tell you have nothing to say. They all think you're an idiot. Eating a sandwich. Look at that gut. You're getting fat. Afternoon email. Your boss is going to see you missed that detail and fire you. Gym. You're weak. Look at the guy lifting twice as much. Dinner. Jess is quiet because she's sick of you. Bed. Here's every mistake you made from 2006 until now. Enjoy the replay in 4K with extra shame. Every single day for 12 straight years. He fought back with everything he had. Yelled at himself in the car. Shut up. That's not true. Tried to outwork the voice, stayed late, took extra projects, answered emails at 2 a.m. to prove he wasn't lazy. Drank 4 or 5 beers most nights to make the noise fuzzy. Ran 6 miles every morning before the sun came up so his body would be too tired to think. Downloaded every meditation app. Sat on the bedroom floor breathing like a moron for 10 minutes while the thoughts laughed in his face and got louder. Read every self-help book. Highlighted the parts about positive affirmations, taped "You are enough" on his mirror. The thoughts ripped it down in his head 2 seconds later. No, you're not, fraud. Spent over $2,000 on therapy telling the therapist, just make it stop. She said, try observing them without judgment. And he wanted to flip the table because observing felt like surrender. His life was getting smaller and smaller. Friends stopped texting because every hangout ended in a blow-up. Someone spilled a drink. Ethan lost it for 20 minutes. Someone beat him at pool. You always lose. You suck at everything. His girlfriend Jess walked on eggshells. One night she forgot to take out the trash, and he screamed so loud the neighbors knocked. She cried in the bedroom while he paced the hallway punching the air. He'd apologize the next day, buy flowers, swear he'd change, then 3 days later snap again because the dishes weren't done exactly how he wanted. Work was a minefield. He'd tear into a coworker for a tiny mistake in a slide deck, then spend the whole night hating himself for being that guy. His boss pulled him aside twice. We love your work, but people are scared of you. He started eating lunch in his car alone. His body was breaking. Constant tension headaches that felt like a metal band around his skull. Jaw clenched so hard, he cracked 2 molars and had to get crowns. Blood pressure 150/100 at 31. Stomach ulcers that burned every time he ate. 40 extra pounds around his waist from stress eating chips and ice cream at midnight while watching angry YouTube rants. Sleep was 4 hours of tossing and turning, waking up every hour to punch the pillow and whisper, "Shut up," at his own brain. He knew he was losing. Some nights he'd sit on the edge of the bed with his head in his hands whispering, "I can't do this anymore," while Jess pretended to sleep so he wouldn't see her cry. The thoughts owned him completely. Fighting them felt like the only way to survive. If he stopped arguing, they'd win and he'd disappear. The night that changed everything was a Tuesday in February. Snow coming down hard, -5 degrees outside, streets empty. Jess had a work dinner across town. Left at 6 p.m., Ethan got home at 5:47 after sitting in traffic for an hour screaming at other drivers. Slammed the door so hard a picture frame fell off the wall. Kicked his boots off, left wet footprints everywhere, microwaved cold pizza, sat on the couch alone. Thoughts attacked instantly. She's out having fun while you're a loser eating 3-day-old pizza. That promotion went to Mark because you're not good enough. Your life is a joke. He tried the old tricks, turned the TV up loud, some dumb action movie with explosions every 10 seconds. Didn't help. Grabbed his phone, scrolled rage-bait tweets. Worse, poured whiskey into a coffee mug, chugged half, felt the burn. Thoughts laughed louder. Can't even handle life sober, weak. By 9 p.m., he was pacing the apartment like a caged animal, yelling out loud at nobody. I hate you. Get out of my head. Shut up. Knocked over the floor lamp in the living room. Glass shade shattered everywhere. Went to pick up the pieces, sliced his palm open on a shard. Blood dripping fast, running down his wrist, soaking his gray sweatshirt. He stood there bleeding in the dark living room. TV still blasting, whiskey mug empty on the table, snow piling up outside the window, and just stopped. Dropped to his knees right there in the broken glass. Back against the couch, blood on his jeans, hand throbbing, stared at the blank white wall across the room. Thoughts came in hot. Look at you, bleeding on the floor like a loser. Jess is definitely leaving. You deserve every bad thing. You're broken. You're nothing. Old Ethan would have screamed back, punched the wall, chugged the rest of the whiskey, called himself every name in the book to fight harder. This time he did nothing. Just sat there bleeding and stared at the wall. Let the thoughts scream. You're worthless. Okay, everyone hates you. Fine, you'll die alone. Whatever. You're a failure. Cool. He didn't argue. Didn't push them away. Didn't try to replace them with, I'm a good person. Just watched them like they were clouds floating across a sky he didn't own. Some dark and huge, some small and quick. They came, they hung out, they left. He breathed in and out and kept staring at the wall. After maybe 20 minutes, the weirdest thing happened. The thoughts slowed. Not gone, just quieter. Like they were confused no one was fighting back. His heart rate dropped. The cut on his hand stopped throbbing so hard. His shoulders dropped 2 inches. He felt his feet on the carpet. Heard the snow tapping the window. For the first time in 12 years, there was space between him and the thoughts. He sat there until Jess got home at 10:47 p.m. She opened the door, saw the blood, the broken lamp, him on the floor, and screamed, "Oh my God, what happened?" Dropped her purse, ran over, tears already coming. He looked up, calm as anything, blood crusted on his hand, and said, "I stopped fighting." She cleaned the cut, pulled tiny glass pieces out with tweezers, bandaged him up, swept the floor while he just sat on the couch watching her. Then she sat next to him, held his good hand, and he told her everything. How fighting the thoughts for 12 years only fed them. How letting them pass, without touching them, starved them. She cried harder, hugged him so tight it hurt his cut, and whispered, "Please don't ever go back to that." Next morning he woke up and the first thought hit like clockwork. You're going to screw up today. Old Ethan would have jumped out of bed yelling, "No, I'm not." New Ethan just opened his eyes, thought maybe, and got up. Made coffee without arguing. Drove to work. Someone cut him off. Thought asshole. He nodded, "Yep," and kept driving. Meeting at 9. Thought they all think you're dumb. He answered, "Could be." Presented anyway. Crushed it. Jess forgot to text back at lunch. Thought, "She's done with you." He answered, "We'll see." Texted her a heart emoji. She called an hour later laughing about a work thing. He grabbed the biggest piece of paper in the apartment, wrote in giant black marker. Taped it to the bathroom mirror right at eye level. Added smaller sticky notes everywhere. Dashboard of his car, fridge door, work monitor, inside his wallet. Let them pass. He practiced every single time a thought came. Traffic jam. These people are idiots. Let it pass. Coworker messes up. Fire him. Let it pass. Jess leaves dishes in the sink. She doesn't respect you. Let it pass. Bedtime shame real. Every mistake from age 12 on. Let them pass. Let them pass. Let them pass. Like a quiet song until he fell asleep. First month was brutal. The thoughts doubled down like they knew he was trying to quit. He slipped sometimes, yelled in the car, snapped at Jess, punched a pillow. Felt like garbage after, but caught himself faster every time. Looked at one of the notes, breathed, said, "Let it pass," out loud, and started over. 3 months in, the shift was unreal. Thoughts still showed up, brains don't turn off, but they were background noise instead of a death match. Came softer, left quicker. He stopped snapping at friends. Started laughing again, loud belly laughs. Jess said one night, "I forgot what your real smile looked like." Work gave him a leadership role because Ethan's the calmest person in the room now. Headaches gone, jaw relaxed, blood pressure normal. Lost 30 pounds walking instead of rage eating. Sleep 8 hours straight. Friends started calling again. "Dude, you're fun now." 2 years later, he's a different human. Still gets thoughts, still human, but 95% of them float by without touching him. Traffic? Smiles at road ragers like they're toddlers. Makes a mistake? Shrugs, fixes it, moves on. Jess and him fight like normal couples now. 5 minutes, hug, done. They take weekend trips just to sit on porches and talk. He runs because it feels good, not punishment. He can sit in a quiet room and feel peace instead of war. The big paper is still on the mirror, ink faded, edges curled. Some days he doesn't even see it. Some days he reads it 20 times before breakfast. Either way, he stopped fighting his brain and started living with it. If your thoughts feel like enemies you have to kill every day, do this tonight. Grab any piece of paper, write "let them pass" in big letters, stick it where you'll see it tomorrow. Next time a bad thought hits, don't argue, don't push, don't replace it. Just watch it like a cloud and say "let it pass." Do it every single time for 7 days. You'll feel the difference. Ethan still has a tiny scar on his palm from that night. He looks at it sometimes and smiles. Best blood he ever spilled. Watch the next story about the woman who ended 30 years of shame with one sentence she started saying to her reflection every single morning.